Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. Cardano, we talk about the update as well, what we're doing here. Obviously, Cardano did land in my target area between the 88.7% Fibonacci level and the 78.6. Here I'm looking ideally for a reversal to the upside that we can complete the correction. I think realistically this could happen in the next few weeks. And I'm talking here about maybe 4 to 6 weeks. I do expect also a completion of the correction in the stock market shortly. We will see if that actually happens. The most important thing is we've come into the target area and a turnaround should happen soon. As you know, time-wise, that is always very, very important, very difficult to actually forecast because the Elliott waves, while they can give you clear price targets, they can't really that well give you an idea of when a correction will be finished. But let's be optimistic here. We will see. A lot of people now expect a year-long bear market. Now I'm a bit of the opposite. Everybody's expecting it now, so it's actually likely that we won't see it. But in the end, who knows? You know, time-wise, it's always very tricky. So I wanted to start with giving you a macro overview and take a look at what actually happens should Cardano go down to 28 cents really and max out its yellow target area. What would be, for the next larger wave up, the target for a wave 3 here? We are here currently in a wave 1. We completed that. We are in a wave 2 of the wave, in a wave 2, in a correction after a wave 1 peak back in May 21. And the next wave up should be ideally a wave 3. And that should take us to at least $4 here, now shown as $4.34. Now I didn't do it super accurately now, but it normally is around $4.50, you know, depending on how low Cardano really comes here into this target area, because based on that, those targets shift a little bit. Here, if I move it up a little bit to the current low, it moves actually up to roughly $4.50. You know, in the end, it probably won't matter if it's $4.35 or $4.50. But this is the minimum target for the next larger wave up. We normally expect higher prices than the 1.618 Fibonacci extension. And when we see the wave 3 unfolding, I will of course make you aware. We're not there yet, but just want to show you because a lot of people ask me for the long-term outlook, the bullish outlook, and that is that one. So currently, where are we here? So we have completed probably a wave 4 that peaked probably in this ascending wedge. Yeah, it was a bearish pattern. We talked about that. We talked about with this breakout here, we will have a higher likelihood of moving down further. That downtrend, that impulse down, will only be confirmed below here 50 cents or 49 cents, and that is exactly where we actually found support. Now I'm doing something that I did with the Bitcoin chart as well. I'm going to move slightly here the wave count. It's only details. It doesn't really change in any way the outlook massively. So what we're going to do here, I call this a W pattern, and I make that white, WXY pattern. So it's basically an Elliott wave kind of a type of a correction, WXY. And then after this, it allows me to show here the Elliott wave count of a triangle where we had, zoom in a little bit, where we had an ABCDE pattern. So basically started here with a wave Y, that was the A of the triangle. Then we move down in a wave B. It's the same wave count now that I've got for Bitcoin as well, C, D, and E. Yeah, and that normally suggests that to the opposite side, you're breaking out. Now I previously had this as a wave 1 down here, as a wave 2 to the upside, and then the move down. In the end, both are possible, but I currently find that triangle more likely, and that would just suggest that we have now completed a wave 1 to the downside, because we can count this now to the downside as a 5-wave move, as a first impulse. So we can count this here as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Yeah, in a 5-wave move, this would suggest that we have also finished here now a first wave down. I'll make that in a different color. And that means that we now expect a little bit of a retracement to the upside in a wave 2. And we're going to take a look in a minute how high that would ideally go here in a wave 2. So let's take a look at the Fibonacci retracements for that wave 2 and where we would ideally want to see it. So take the fib retracements of the entire wave 1, and yeah, that would take us into the region of 53 cents to 55 cents. Yeah, sort of ideally. It's only a smaller wave anyway. It's a small degree wave count what I do here, but this is where I would expect it to land between 53 roughly and 55 cents. What would make total sense is here the 55% fib retracement level that is pretty much at 54 cents, and that is also from the overall move here. You can see that here the beginning of my overall target area for the entire correction. So it would make sense to get up to that level, retrace or find resistance here, and then continue the sell-off in a wave 3 that will land. Oh, what did I do here? No, didn't want to do that. Let me there you go. Didn't want to do that. Just copy paste here. Wave 3 should take us to a wave 3 down here then, yeah. And where would that ideally land? And again, for that we take the Fibonacci extensions, but we don't really know yet where the wave 2 will end. So let's say it retraces really as much as possible. Well, it can actually retrace a bit more, but in this scenario, it would take us down to 40 cents, that wave 3, and then we have another wave 4 up and a wave 5 down, and that should end somewhere in the lower quarter of this overall target area, making a lower low compared to that wave 3 that we have here. So from an Elliott wave point of view, that is currently all working out, and of course I will update you. How long is that wave going to take? Well, it could be complete theoretically on the weekend. It could also take another couple of weeks. So that is what we need to see, how long these extensions will be and how long this eventually is playing out. Of course, I will update you here about this move, about this wave count. So that is currently what I see here. Further moves down expected in a wave 5 and higher level degree wave 2 here in green. That would complete then finally, and that is my view at the moment, complete this overall correction that would then allow us to move higher again and move to new all-time highs. Yeah, but as I said, it's very hard to say how long that will take. It would work out very well, I guess time-wise, with regards to the Basel hard fork, which is scheduled currently for end of June. So let's say, yeah, maybe in the next 4 weeks the correction is finished, or maybe even in 3 weeks, but that would be quite optimistic. Maybe 4 to 5 weeks, yeah, and then the run-up for the Basel hard fork can begin. Now, that is pure speculation at this stage, I know, and I don't want to create expectations here that we are going to see new all-time highs before the Basel hard fork. In fact, I think that is actually quite unrealistic, but it could allow Cardano to maybe make a first wave up. Yeah, we will see, and I will keep you updated certainly as soon as we see here something on the charts. And what is very important from a medium-term point of view is that finally here that MACD on the 4-day chart is going to turn around. Now that hasn't happened yet. As soon as we see something that gives us on the 4-day chart here a bullish signal, I will let you know. Very important from a medium-term point of view, yeah, this 4-day chart, because it gives you basically an outlook and a feeling for what can happen medium term, and for the cryptos the 4-day chart is fairly relevant. Okay, and that is my view about Cardano. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe, and if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.